So it'll be £11,000 to swap.
My dial has gone a funny colour.
Took a rig dive on it in 2014.
The thing is, I would say steel watch is easier to liquidate.
Let's eliminate one and make the decision a bit easier for you.
Deal of the week, deal of the week, deal of the week.
I'm allowed a silly question.
Here's the watch that you originally asked for. Let me take a quick look at yours as well. Have a little try on. Have you seen one in person before?
No, we saw one at the what do you call it, the Batgirl one? We saw that on Sunday actually.
Was that an exhibition piece?
Yeah. Have you got a Sky-Dweller around about the 221 around about the similar price, 16ish?
Let me check. Yeah, we do actually have a steel and gold. That's a two-tone white dial. So it's 2022 box and papers, and that's up for $15,950.
The resale value, these are going under retail normally, aren't they? They're under retail.
So anything Datejust, steel rose, steel and yellow all goes below. Same with the Sky-Dwellers as well, and the Sea-Dwellers.
If I was to trade that one in a year's time or so, out of those two, which one would probably hold the value most? I mean, I know they're all dropped.
The thing is, this is a new model, so obviously the price was very high when it first came out, but it came down a little bit and settled. Batgirl's been around since 2018, 2019, so it's kind of been up and down.
Yeah, because they seem to be quite high just now compared to
so the thing is, I would say steel watch is easier to liquidate because it's going to reach a wider buyer as such, because compared to steel, a lot of people will buy a steel watch over a two-tone watch, depending on the collection, but because this is a new model, it's been very popular for us. Did you own this, Hendo, from new? These pieces?
I did the Zenith, yes. That's a receipt. That's my receipt for that one. And then the other one, no. I've had that for about 6 months or so.
Okay.
It's a nice watch, actually. I really like that one. Yeah.
What's the model called on that one? Is it? It's like a pilot watch, right?
Yeah, it's a Pilot. It's a Zenith Pilot. I hardly ever use that one.
IWC as well.
What's it called again, that one?
Yeah, it's actually Aquatimer Chronograph.
Yeah.
So what's this 16.5? Is that right?
Yeah, so 16.5, and John's told me his price your watch is up at 5.5.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be £11,000 to swap for this one.
And that one's slightly cheaper, 500 cheaper, is it?
Yeah, let me check. 10,450. So 10,450 in your watches for this one.
Yeah.
And then 11 for this one. So it's like 550 difference. Which one was it that you originally?
That one.
Yeah.
Well, I started off looking at that.
Have you had a two-tone in your collection before, or do you have one in your collection?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah, go for that one.
It was dated there. Pretty new card. Then you've got your GMT-Master II booklet, and then both swing tags. So it's a full complete set, UK supplied watch as well.
Yeah.
So Harry's managed to get me up in the Bat Cave today, which I really like doing. Going to talk about a modern watch, which you don't normally get from me, but it's a modern watch with a little bit of a twist. Probably one of the best-selling modern watches of recent times, and it's a Datejust 41 Wimbledon dial. Now, Harry, my glamorous assistant, will bring up on screen what it should look like, but there's a twist in the tail of this. My first customer went back to Rolex and said, my dial has gone a funny colour. Now, I just happen to think that this dial with a funny colour is beautiful. If it was a vintage watch, we'd call it tropical, but it's a modern watch. The last customer went back to Rolex. They said there's nothing they can do. I've opened this watch up. It's had no moisture in, so it's just naturally gone purple. It's a 2022. It's been refurbed. It's sealed. There is nothing wrong other than the dial's gone purple. These two watches belong to the same lady. They are very, very stylish. They are from two great brands. One is a probably more heard of brand. The other one is from one of the oldest watch companies, a brand that I've talked a little bit about. So we'll go as good a quality but cheaper watch. So from the box, we've got a full set Chopard. Packaging is incredible. You know, what you'd expect from a luxury watch brand. And this is a stainless steel, fully automatic, very, very lightly worn, Happy Diamonds, Happy Sport watch. This watch would retail for something like £6,000-7,000 new. It's going to be on our website for half of that, about £3,500. I'll check its timekeeping. I'll give it a little polish. I'll not be replacing the strap because it's got a little bit of wear marks on the back, but it's in beautiful, beautiful condition.
So Hendo, have you opened one of those up before?
I have.
So can I ask then, what stops the gems inside scratching the dial? Is it multiple layers?
Because it's multiple layers, yeah. The diamonds are sandwiched.
Right.
So although you can't see it,
so there's another glass.
Yeah, there's another glass
dial.
and then an external glass. So to polar apart, when you see the box and you see the quality of the box, just little things like when you pull that, quality, absolutely incredible. And for people in the know, we're talking about Breguet. We're talking about a very, very old horology house. I think they pride themselves on going from the late 1700s, I think in the brand it's 1775, a white porcelain dial, moon face, Breguet, diamond bezel, fully automatic on a beautiful leather strap. When this piece was new, it was £24,000. I think the current retail now will be closer to £30,000. It's a rare, rare, rare beast. Is
that white gold then?
It's white gold as opposed to the steel with diamonds. I think this watches really should be about the £12,000 mark in the used market.
Is there any difference between the 23 and the 24?
No.
I had the solid gold one in. I bought it in 2013. Took a rig dive on it in 2014. I gave 20,500 quid for it.
Really?
I think retail's 34 now, is it on that?
Yeah.
So I remember the weight of it. I might buy one later in the year.
They're good value at the moment. How much is that one for?
I'll double check, but a good few grand under retail.
It's under retail price.
Retail price is 34 onwards, and then we could sell you that for 28.5 grand.
Couldn't be 27, could you?
Couldn't. That's like 7 grand under retail.
I'm allowed a silly question.
Only one though. We've got it online for 30,950. And if you wanted it, 28.5 grand.
What are you going to do this for us?
15,450. That would be the best price.
Yeah?
That's 2024 brand new.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Yeah.
Done?
Yeah.
Do you want to wear that now, or are you boxing it away?
I'll wear it and I'll put the box in me special bag.
Your Aldi bag, your little bag.
It doesn't look nice and it doesn't look
Not
like
a Watchtrader
Rolex bag.
What I've done is I've pulled out the Speedmaster that you were looking at yesterday, and then I've also got a couple of comparables. The one that you were looking at yesterday is this one, and that's the sapphire crystal.
All right.
And it was at 4.5.
Yeah.
Right. This one is the same generation. That's a 2019. This one's a 2020. This one is the Hesselite crystal.
Yeah.
One has an open case back, the sapphire,
yeah.
and that one doesn't. This one is the one that a lot of the kind of purist enthusiasts like because it's closest to the original. It's a plastic crystal, they call it Hesselite, and it doesn't have the open case back, the same movement inside, etc. We've noticed on this one, if you have a look there, you see there's a very little... Firstly, I would ask, do you have any initial preference towards the sapphire or the Hesselite?
Not particularly. I think they're both beautiful watches.
Yeah.
So
for day to day, if you want to be able to see the movement, and you want the extra durability of sapphire crystal, this one's the best one to go for. If you're a Speedmaster geek and you like the whole original form of the crystal, etc., the Hesselite, this one's got the closed case back, you could go for that one. Price-wise, they are very similar. Just to throw this into the mix, this one had just come in, and that's why I didn't see it yesterday, because it was being photographed by the photographer.
Right.
This one is a sapphire, and this is the current latest generation. That's a 2022 watch.
right.
It's got the case back. This one has some very slight differences to the dial in terms of the logo there on the above Omega is applied. There's a few more, like, you could call them layers. It's kind of like a stepped dial, if you can see. Very minor changes, but the big change is the bracelet. It's a totally different construction. It's much more tapered. The clasp is different as well. It's going to wear slightly different on your wrist. So basically you've got the 2019, which is the sapphire one. That one is online for 4,750. However, yesterday was said 4,500. I will explain the situation with that ding in a second. The Hesalite one is a 2020 watch, and that's online at the minute for 4,950. The 2022 latest one, that's online for 5,750. However, this one's a slightly different kettle of fish because it's out of to buy that new right now, if you go, into Newcastle City Centre or the Metro Centre, that's £7,500 that watch. With this bezel thing, as I say, I've spoken to our servicing guy. These bezels can be bought and replaced. We said 4,500 yesterday. They would be prepared to do it for 4,300. However, obviously that's with you being fully aware that there's that. I mean, that might not bother you. The rest of the bezel's in great condition. It's just that, I wanted to make you aware of that. If later down the line you did want that to be replaced, it could be done. If you're kind of not fussed between sapphire and the Hesalite, I would recommend going with the sapphire.
It's more stretchy.
It's a bit more durable, yeah. Well, it's a lot more durable. And you get to see the case back. I would probably say, let's eliminate the Hesalite one. And then you're left with that decision. I know that you said your budget was around 4.
Yeah.
This one is very close to that now. Yeah. If you did want to go for this one, I'm sure they'd be able to do something on it.
Certainly couldn't go off like 4,500.
So if we remove this one, you're onto this one. As I say, I've made you aware of the slight imperfection in the bezel there.
You said how much that be there?
They can come down to 4,300.
And how much would it be to get repaired?
It's hard to say. I've been told by the watchmaker a couple of £100. Of course, yeah, of course.
I thought you've got a small van.
That's like a shoebox.
Yeah. So
it's literally like a shoebox.
It's funny because with these ones, I've actually made the box about a third of the size, and you don't get the bits that you get in this one anymore. And then inside, so in here, you've got the Speedmaster plaque, and then these are some of the bits that came with. So you have a strap tool, a strap there, so that's like a Velcro.
Yeah, I don't think I'd use that one if I'm honest.
Well, if you've got your astronaut spacesuit on, I think that's what this was for. The Velcro strap that went around the outside. And then this one is a NATO strap. It's like a military style. And then that is a loop. It's an eyeglass, and it's got like the tachymeter that matches the bezel on there. So you've got an instruction booklet, and then you've got the international warranty, so you can see when that was purchased.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I think we've got a deal.
Well, perfect. Well, what I'll do is I'll get Josh to come and process it.
I know you've all missed us, and I'm sorry that I haven't been doing Deal of the Week. I've been here, there and everywhere, but guess who's back? I'm back. And it's that time again for Deal of the Week, Deal of the Week, Deal of the Week. Here we go. And I've got my gloves on, just so you know. We have 2 Datejusts. We have the Rhodium Dial Jubilee, which is a 2023 watch. It's actually December 23, so it's just over a month old. A lovely Jubilee Datejust with the Rhodium Dial. This one is a 2023. It is online for 11,450. I'm going to do you a special deal on this one. And we also have the Blue Dial. The Blue Dial with the Roman numerals. And this one is a 2020. I'm going to start with the Rhodium Dial. Deal of the Week, Deal of the Week, Deal of the Week. A 2023. It's online for 11,450. I was going to knock £1,000 off it. But since you've all missed us, I'm going to knock some more off. You can have the Rhodium Dial 2023 December for £10,200. The Blue Dial, which again is a 2020. Let me quickly check. It's the old card, not the new card. It's the old card 2020, and it is on. You've told us where the gloves, and I can't get the card out. The old card 2020. The Blue Dial is online for 10,200. Again, I was going to knock £1,000 off that and do it for 9,200. I'm not. You can have the Blue Dial. I'm just going to quickly show you my gloves again. Won't let me work the phone. I don't need to show you. It's online at £10,200. you can have that one for 8,950. Now, if you do buy the deal of the week, if you buy one, you can have one free glove. If you buy two, you can have two free gloves. There you go. Deal of the week time.